and say that Freax website was a mistake, yeah.
And Twitter freaks. All right, we've got a lot of stuff to get through, and we're going to begin with this. How do you prefer your coffee? Backwards, which is funny. I just really love this joke. I just really love this joke. I don't know what to say. I don't get this one. That just means you're too old, baby. Play the video? Sure.
What's the opposite of coffee?
Spelled backwards is E.
Explain our friend group.
We are
Steven. Hello.
E-fuck.
Adrian.
Here. What's the
Get it? Incomprehensible. You're too old. All right, let's see what's going on Twitter. We're on Chicken Stars now. Chicken Stars is the most forced meme I've ever seen in my life. It reminds me of that period in like 2017 when every month they were like, oh man, we're going to have a meme every month. Hold up. 2017 meme of the month. Let me just go to the images. Yeah, like this type of shit. This is what I remember in terms of, no, they're like totally forcing these memes. You remember, check out this book I found. You remember the boss baby talking into a phone. This is what the Chicken Stars one reminds me of. Is they're just like, something's got to happen. Who remembers the 2018 meme calendar when December had Yoda, but it looks like Obama? That was crazy. Not good. Click on the Meme Awards 2018. Yeah, I'll do that.
Meme Awards.
Who won the meme? Huh. I'm seeing there's a long black screen at the end of this. Holy shit! Oh my god! There's any random still in here. There's like a 30% chance, man. Whatever happened to PewDiePie? Is he still around, or did he move to Argentina? All right. Speaking of, let's go to our first Twitter freak. This is... Oh my god! If you're like a busted-ass 17-year-old white girl, there is just a free opportunity to make $30,000 on a rug pull crypto, and it's to pretend you're a Nazi online. Merch coming soon. You know what? I think I'm good. I don't need the words Aryan Femcel and fucking impact font on a shirt produced for $3 in Thailand. Not a big, not a necessary part of my wardrobe. And I do like the quote tweet of this. CIA are not sending your best. By the way, you know, the headband is there for a number of reasons. The number one reason, to hide the roots. Folks, I have seen so many, like, I am a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan Ubermensch people who have not dyed their roots. It's fine. They get away with it because Nazis are the easiest people to trick on Twitter.com. Half of them are just chat GPT bots that they've run to scam blue check bucks off each other. No, it's cultural head squeezing as an old practice. Look closer. He's going to come out of there looking like... I almost said something really fucked. Let me think of a better one. He's gonna come out of there looking like a banana in pajamas. There we go. A cone head. There we go. El Hermano. You all have one. All right. Next up. How the West tried to cancel lolly culture. War against lollies. I am not fucking watching that. Honestly, I'm gonna watch that. How the West tried to cancel lolly culture. How the West tried to cancel lolly culture. Why the West tries to cancel lolly culture. Okay.
Created with as much flair,
Man, it's crazy that we started this one with the 2017 meme of the month because it's the same type of thing. Pre-watched, you got me. I did actually seek this out when it first started.
There are quite a few things the West hates about Eastern media, and some
Dude, this is already a banger. Dyer wishes she could edit this level of jokes into my dog shit videos. Can we see the comments? Yeah. Our brains are shrinking. I'm a 29-year-old balding Filipino, and this is my video. Good. Next up. New potential explanation for what's happening in America in 2025. All right, this was one of the big stories of the week. So, if you're unfamiliar, we talked about this on WotC of all places, but Consumer Reports broke a story in which of the 23 products tested by Consumer Reports, a significant amount of them had high levels of lead in them. These are protein powders, and mostly the lead-lined ones are protein powders that derive their protein from plant-based sources. This is because the protein found in like whey-based protein powders is like more abundantly bioavailable, I think, and for that reason, it's kind of it's easier to control like what's going in and out. And let me tell you, it's just a little bit. There's just a little bit of lead in it. Like for instance, Naked Nutrition Vegan Mass Gainer only has 1,572% of your level of concern per lead per serving. That only just a little bit. Oh man. Huel, by the way, this one's painful because Huel is the people that sponsor all the YouTubers I watch, and I'm like, oh no. But now whenever anyone has a Huel sponsor, I can be like, that's why I disagree with their take. There are not only plant-based ones on here too. Here's Carnivore Mass, Serious Mass Squared. Muscle Milk is on here. Pro Advanced Nutrition Protein Shake, 5.5 servings per week limit. It's gross. Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard always beating the allegations though. Muscle Tech does not have lead in it. That's crazy. I do like that all of them have some lead. They're like, you know. Can you link that site? Just search Consumer Reports lead. So they only tried 23. A significant amount of them weren't tried at all. But the short of it is, there's an explainer in here, but the FDA doesn't necessarily have to shut down a company that they find puts lead in their fucking protein powder. That's because I think it's like, let me see if I can find how they do it. It doesn't say up here, but it's something like, since they market themselves as supplements, the FDA doesn't have the ability to like promulgate a regulation on protein powders. Yeah, there it is. Federal regulations don't require supplement makers to prove their products are safe, and there are no federal limits for the amount of heavy metals they can contain. Awesome. That's like really fucking great. Oh man. Why? I don't know. Because of innovation. You know? Do you Oh god. Well, the one I use again is a store brand, and I'm a little concerned for that reason. Maybe I'll have to personally test it. You find a dumbbell in your muscle milk? Dumbbell is right. The WotC where we talk about this is very funny because when Peeps finds out one of his preferred protein supplements is on, he's like, no, and it's gotten so much harder to think since I've become an adult, and we're like, uh-oh, oh no. Okay, next up. Let's talk about Magic the Gathering. So Magic the Gathering, if in case you're unfamiliar, is a card game played by loser nerds, not to be confused with the loser nerd card game that I play for a living. They recently released a set called Magic the Gathering Marvel's Spider-Man. It's a Universes Beyond set in which, in their tiny-ass set, a significant amount of the characters are just different Spider-Men. It was not received well by players, despite the fact that it's tied to a multi-trillion-dollar IP, and they're trying to figure out why. They're doing so by sending out a little survey that you can take, and one of the questions is, to what degree did negative influencer commentary impact your perceptions of Magic the Gathering Marvel's Spider-Mans before the set released? And then if you answer 5 to this, they go, you mentioned that you've seen negative influencer commentary about Magic the Gathering Marvel's Spider-Man. Who are you watching? You are hiding enemies of the state in your sub box, are you not? They're like literally name names. I will say, first and foremost, I can confirm the professor has been moved to a secure location. He is in a Faraday cage underground with enough food, drink, and dog shit UB precons to last him a lifetime of continuing to make videos in which he tells people not to purchase product. I think it's so funny that they're doing this. I like Konami. They don't do shit like this. They're just like, oh, so which content creators are negative about Yu-Gi-Oh? All of them. I would say all of them, because, you know, obviously. Anyway, expect a visit from the Pinkertons if you make Magic the Gathering content. You said don't buy the Spider-Man set. Next up. This one's painful. Pope Leo's meeting people. Someone in the crowd goes, "Go Cubs!" He goes, "Han perdido! They lost!" It's so funny that we have an American Pope. It's so funny that we have an American Pope. Honestly, I just, like, I imagine him just chilling. He's like, God, I'll be right back. I gotta watch the fucking Cubs game. I'm sorry, you understand. I gotta watch the Cubs. The White Sox fan too. The fact that he's a White Sox fan makes me think he might actually have a direct line to God, right? Because like that's part of the vow of humility, right? The vow of poverty, you know. It's not like he's like a fair weather fan of a top 3 franchise. He's like, yeah, I love the Sox. Love the White Sox. All right, next up. All right, y'all hear about the I Love Hitler group chat? Okay, so we'll be okay, so the Farfa Discord group chat leaked. Sorry, I mean the Young Republicans of Texas group chat leaked. Or Young Republicans of what is it? The Vermont Young Republicans? Yeah, that's it. The Young Republicans text chat in Vermont leaked, and it's a pretty interesting story. This comes from Politico. It details how, like, basically a group of like 12 groypers were like, yeah, let's just take over the Vermont Young Republicans, and they did super easily. And they have their own group chat for like the infiltrators, and basically like all they do is talk about how much they love Hitler. Everybody that votes no is going to the gas chamber. Great, I love Hitler. When do we start bullying, dude? He hates the Jews. Heart emoji. They love the watermelon people. Stay in the closet. This girl is fully... Everybody, I mean, you're giving too much credit expecting the Jew, to be honest. It's great. It's awesome. It's really good. This is just Farfa's Twitter. It is, yeah. William Hendricks, the Kansas Young Republicans vice chair, woo, Kansas mentioned, used the words N-GA and N-GUH. He sounds like the guy from the Boondocks bit. There's 2 different versions. They call themselves this one. It's a term of endearment. More than a dozen times in chat, Bobby Walker, the vice chair of the New York State Young Republicans at the time, referred to rape as epic. Cool. Awesome. So, first off, Jesus fucking Christ, man, right? But second off, look how they try to downplay it. This is Jason Dason Vance walking it back. He's like,
by focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat, grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chats. But there's another angle to this that I just have to be honest about. I mean, I'm like an old guy at this point. I'm 41 years old. I have 3.
I'm an old guy. I'm 41 years old. Wait, he's 41? Did Unk snap?
3 kids. You know, I grew up in a different world, right? Where not most of the stupid things that I did when I was a teenager and a young adult, they're not on the internet. Like, I'm going to tell my kids, especially my boys, don't put things on the internet. Like, be careful with what you post. If you put something in a group chat, assume that some scumbag is going to leak it in an effort to try to cause you harm or cause your family harm. By focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat, grow up.
It's great. They're just fucking kids, man. They're just kids in this young Republicans chat. Anyway, they're all like 35 years old. That's what passes for a young Republican. Here they are. Look at this. By the way, not to talk shit. I don't want to body shame. Look at these fucking oafs. Holy shit. Would he like some watermelon and Kool-Aid with that? Buddy, you are in no position to be talking about people's diets. Holy shit. This dude... Oh my god, it's not good. It looks like his hair is loading. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. It looks like the tie clip is holding him together, right? Like if you take it off, he would puncture like a balloon. Fuck me, dude. Stay in the closet. Look at this guy. He's awesome. Hey, as a fellow guy who don't grow no beard, I'll tell you this, you got to pick a struggle, dude. I also like that there's women, you know, equal opportunity. This guy's my favorite, though. Joe Maligno. Joe Masigno is going crazy. Look at this. Tell me he's not Dan Henschel. Tell me this guy is not Dan Henschel. He's talking about Hitler for an amazing reason. I do like this guy, Alex Dwyer, 1488, shorthand for Heil Hitler. I hope that was added by the person who made this image and not him just being like, just so you guys know, I love Hitler. Oh man, it's good. It's great. It's awesome. Cool. This prompted a deep dive into these individuals, and they found one of them had a fucking American flag with a swastika in it. This is so good. Swastika flag may be an optical illusion and easy to miss. Yeah, dude. Yeah, honestly, if I saw that, I wouldn't think twice about it. I'd be, oh yeah, yeah. Is that an optical illusion or? I love these people, man. It really is a soy-occupied government. I don't know what else to say. And look, underneath it, you can see that he's printed out memes. He's printed out this one right by his head says, wait, it's all Ohio? Because he's fucking works for the Ohio senator. That's so good, man. Holy shit. Guys, I just found this epic meme online. Goofy Ohio, man. Oh my god. But don't worry, if you thought that this was a single side of the political sphere that was doing this, the Democrats are not blameless in this too. This comes from Nova campaigns. Speaking of young college group chats, Young Dems local Virginia group within the JMU Democrats has entered the chat. Young Dems throughout Virginia, what have you been saying? Oh shit, all right. Looks like everyone's getting torched this week. Let's say what these fucking Dems have been saying. What crazy racial shit they've been saying. All right, so remember, the bar is 1488. Here we go. Andrew is the best. And guys, we need 10% of JMU to vote for him to turn this election. This is a great way to help out and get free dinner. Hey guys, I was wondering if anyone was free tonight to go to an event from 6:30 to 9 p.m. for the Spanburger campaign. Let me know ASAP. We really need people. I'll take you to Buc-ee's and buy you candy. Smiley face. By the way, Winsome Sears decided to show up in Bridgeforth Stadium, so if y'all want to protest her, now is a good time. She also decided to show up just as us band students were going to put away our instruments, so once again, screw her. Holy fuck. I speak for everyone when I say, these guys have got to go. I can't believe that they said these heinous things. I'll take you to Buc-ee's and buy you candy? What is the difference between that and just outright bribery? This is just as bad, truly. Honestly, like, what are they trying to show off, that they're lame? Like, I guess it's like, yeah, these guys are kind of shitters. Both sides, man. I don't know. Have you ever been to a college Dems or a college Republicans thing? Right? Isn't the whole thing they're like, come to our thing, we'll give you pizza, right? What the fuck? I do like they're like, and look, they have almost 1,600 followers. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wait, this account's name is great. At God's Libtard. Not bad. Bro, onto nothing. I don't know. Here's a quick tip if you're in college. You don't have to pay for your food. You just got to go to a bunch of events and get free food. That's how I ate in college. Free food. All right, next up. All right, we head across the pond to Britain, where Robert Jenrick, the member of parliament for Newark, New Jersey, says murderers shouldn't be in prison playing Xbox. All right.
This is a video games controller.
So already I have one question.
And these are some snacks. And you know who else has these? Some of our worst criminals.
I've heard enough. It's time for martial law. Elect a fascist.
Axel Rudakabana murdered 3 girls.
Dude, what is this edit? Boom.
Murdered 3 girls. And then in jail, stabbed a prison officer. And yet, due to stupid rules, officers are forced to bring him twirls, Haribo, packets of crisps, and Diet Coke.
Holy shit. That's crazy. Officers are forced to bring him packets of crisps.
Murderers are sat in prison playing on Xboxes.
Okay, I mean, listen, I get what you're saying. I think it is probably a cruel and unusual punishment to be sat in front of a console with no games.
How? Well, it's called the Prison Incentives Framework. You behave well, you get perks. That's fine, but it shouldn't apply to murderers, rapists, and violent criminals. But there's a massive loophole.
Okay, what's the loophole?
If you attack a prison officer, you're meant to be deprived of all your perks. But if you claim you're at risk of self-harm, you can, and often do, get them right back.
This one says just for TV, right? I'm actually reading it right now. Doesn't it just say TV?
Murderers and violent criminals shouldn't be enjoying sweets, Xboxes, or frankly, any perks.
You have killed. You may never taste the salty embrace of a crisp again. Listen, whatever. I unfortunately, Utopic Lightning, you and I are on the same page. I honestly could not give less of a shit about this. I can't be asked to be like, we must stand up for the sanctity of Pringles. I don't know. Like, I really can't even formulate an opinion on this. This is just so boring. They filmed this like, boo, boo. They're playing an N64 with Superman 64.
The Justice Secretary, David Lammy, can and must change these rules today.
It's so good, dude. I can't believe $10 of taxpayer money are being spent to give this guy Diet Coke. I mean, like $1.50, right? Holy shit. Murderers, rapists, and pedophiles are playing GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, and Ocarina of Time. This has to stop. Damn, I should get into murder. That's basically what I'm doing all day anyway. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Next up. Okay, this one, fucking hell. Mouthwashing, Anya Nendoroid up for pre-order on CD Japan. All right. An entire weekend of discourse off this one. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with mouthwashing, spoiler. One of the things that happens is that it's revealed this character was sexually assaulted and is carrying her rapist's baby, and she ends up killing herself. Okay? Which you can buy as a faceplate! Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Okay. On one hand, listen. I understand being like, no, I mean, I don't really have a problem with, let me see if they have the, yeah, I don't have a problem with shit like this, you know. I don't want to be the friend that's too woke on this. I'm like, you could have this stupid thing. It just seems weird to be like, and as an incentive bonus, you get a faceplate where she's dying. I don't know, man. Maybe I am being the friend that's too woke on this. Yeah, like this type of shit I think is fine. But maybe I'm being the friend that's too woke on this. In general, it is really funny to me to hear people be like, video games are art. And then they're like, just kidding. They're like a great opportunity for merchandise. Not that normal art isn't merchandised as well. This is the thing she drinks to kill herself, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, man. This game has the worst discourse of all time. It's so boring. Rebecca, I haven't played this game. Is it any good? Can I just not play it? I don't want to play the fucking game. No, it isn't great. It's literally good. Well, it came from CJ, so it's fine. Fuck. All right, I'll play it. Chat likes everything. It's fine. Asking chat, is this game good? 14 people who have played one game their entire life go, yeah, there's no maxi. All right, next up. This rocks. So, a mysterious expert in submersibles was interviewed by the Coast Guard during the Titan investigation. His name is redacted, but we barely get into the interview before it becomes obvious who it is. So, see if you can guess, along with the Twitter people, who exactly they're interviewing, okay? Interview of blank. Interview of blank by Let's go to the transcript. Let's go ahead and move forward into the interview. More so about, I'd like to run the interview as kind of a conversation, but I will pose some questions. Feel free to expound as much as you want on something. Okay, we're here to hear your expertise and guidance, really. So how did you get yourself started into submersible operations? Well, I'm sure you're familiar with my film Titanic. It honestly could be anybody. Also, not for nothing, they redact his name, but it says co-designer pilot of the Deep Sea Challenger. That also gives it away. What? Oh, man. That's so funny. Could be anyone. It honestly could be anyone. When I set down the path to make that film, the first thing I did was arrange to be introduced to the head of the submersible program at the PP Shirshov Institute in Moscow, a guy named Professor... I did that, by the way, obviously we know who the professor is too, right? I did that through a mutual friend of ours, a guy named, who is one of the most preeminent underwater cinematographers in the world. It's so funny. Oh, man. It could be anyone. Honestly, could be anyone. Next up. All right, well, it's over. Just in, U.S. Army General admits he uses ChatGPT to make key command decisions. All right. I'm going to keep it real with you, President G. Fire when ready. Oh, good. We can tell. That explains the, like, Iranian strikes recently. ChatGPT, what do you think about this? You're absolutely right. That was a hospital. My mistake. Oh, man. Oh, not good. Not good. Ugh. Let me see if I can find the one where he says he loves chat or something. I'm not going to be able to find it. He says something to the degree of, yeah, I've gotten really close with chat recently. Oh, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, next up. Dude, this one is just awesome. This is Eric Trump talking about his dad.
Obviously, there are investment projects happening in Indonesia. First off, have you heard from the president? Has he called you?
No, not about that, but I'm glad he acknowledges that I'm a good boy. I am a good boy.
It's so funny that we have a Buster. Like, it's so funny. Oh, man. Many of you play the age regression song. He's listening to it daily. I'm really happy that he acknowledged I'm a good boy. I am a good boy. Oh, man. It's good. Welcome back, Nixon. Legitimately, yeah. All right, next up. Obama's presidential library is literally one of the ugliest buildings I've seen in my life. Dude, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, no, dude. Oh, that's not good. My fellow Americans, this is my, evil-ass fortress. Let me see if I can find... So, I, too, was shocked by this. I was like, what the fuck is the purpose of this? But are you ready? We actually know what's going on here. The finished building will not have a giant gray monolith in it. It's going to have this weird mesh outside of it, right? It's like, okay, what is that mesh doing? The mesh is literally an Obama speech typed out. It's like a bunch of letters. Ah. Man, dude, I just... I don't know what to say. Probably no person who could have stopped the present moment more than Obama and just failed to meet the moment. Holy fuck. And he's like, I'm going to build an evil-ass fortress with my speeches all over it. Let me be clear. Not great. Next up. Okay, this one was crazy to read. It appears from docs released today that Jeffrey Epstein had a tentative meeting set with Matt Menschel in 2011. Matt was one of the top federal prosecutors who gave Epstein his sweetheart plea deal in 2008. Okay? That's impressive, right? Let's actually read this a little more. November 3rd, Thursday. Tentative breakfast with Steve Cutler. Appointment with Barnaby Marsh. Appointment with Reed Weingarten. Tentative appointment with Chris Poole. Reading that name and just going, what the fuck? Time Person of the Year 2006? That can't be right. Is he still at Google? No, he left like decades ago. So here's what I'm thinking. Either they've fallen for a prank from 4chan, or this was a point in which Moot was still kind of had like cultural capital, and maybe Jeffrey Epstein was asking him about 4chan. I'm hoping it's the former, but it could be the latter. Oh man. That's crazy. How do I saw gay? Mr. Epstein, it goes in all fields. No, it's very strange. It's hard to describe what happened to these people, but Moot's the guy who made 4chan. Snacks, by the way, follows me on Twitter. Not trying to brag or anything. He does DJs now. He's a DJ now. He has DJ'd every night for like 5 years. It's crazy. But Moot like went from 4chan to a sweetheart gig at Google where he was like a consultant, and he was there for like a year, and then he just vanished into the ether. And I think that he just fucked off with $1 trillion. I think, we used to have a different class of tech billionaire. They would get their bag and then they would fuck off forever. MySpace Tom, by the way, another guy like this who sold his company and then just totally vanished. He posts once a year on Twitter and he's like, spent the last 6 months in the Himalayas, and this beautiful vista where like he's been hiking or something. And I'm like, that's what I do, man. That's what I would do. If I got $1 trillion, I'd be like, I'm done. See ya. I'm no longer part of society. And I go just fucking do ayahuasca in the mountains or whatever. MBT, can we browse V for a segment? No! What the fuck? There's gonna be porn in 2 seconds. What are you talking about? No! Also, I haven't been on 4chan in forever. When I was on 4chan, it was good. Back in 2001. No, but, is V still the worst board? Did that get fixed, or is it still the worst board? Is there a worse board now? Yes. Okay, all right. The VTuber board. There's a fucking VTuber board? Oh! Yeah, I imagine that's the worst board. Do they talk about the VTubers I know? Wait, I'm going to go to the VTuber board. 4chan.net. Oh my god, it looks exactly the same. Virtual YouTubers, there's a board. We call this a quarantine zone. Search OPs. Glitch Stars General, please. There's not a Glitch Stars General. All right, well, hoping for the best. There's a Miwa General? Oh, fuck. Miwa Bell. I'm not seeing it. Glitch Stars General migrated to another board. What, the fucking... the TG? Is there a Leah General? Ooh, that's a good question. I doubt it. Is DNG still up? That was like the worst. They were so bad. Is there an MBT General? No. I remember back in the day, DNG was like one of 3 places you could talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, but it's the one I never used because I hate to be like this because it sounds mean. They were just stupid. The people on that site just didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! You would think like edgy freaks who spend all day staring at a screen would know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But by and large, they were like DM Blue Eyes, no links invoked, bat chest, no hand traps. It's crazy, right? You would expect them to, like, these are the like biggest dorks on the planet. How are they not enfranchised in the game for big dorks? And they're like, you know, actually, I really think that this game died when they introduced Xyz monsters. It's crazy! I don't know. Maybe it's still going. The other thing is I think you have to recognize that places like that literally are catering to like a dozen people at this point. The anonymity makes you think that it's like, oh, there's like hundreds and thousands of people talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! In this thread. But once you start to pick up like vocal patterns, it's like, oh my god, there's 12 people posting. Oh my god, I'm in a forum with 11 other people. Holy shit. I'm tricking myself into thinking that like this is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is because I'm talking to the same 11 people all day. All right, next up. All right, let's talk about the No Kings protest. No Kings protest was this weekend. I didn't go because it's a CIA op to take the teeth out of leftist organizing. No, I didn't go because I was sitting my ass at home. I was sitting my white ass at home. I had shit to do this weekend. I don't know. There have been a lot of criticisms of the No Kings movement. Me, I'm just happy people are getting out of the house. The one I hear all the time is like, it's mostly old people. Yeah, bitch. Who do you think got time in this nation? Retired people. That's fine though. Old people want to get out and do something. That's great. You know, 6 months ago they would be losing their mind because of a COVID mandate or something. So happy that they're at least outside these days. There were projected to be huge, unbelievable clashes with cops all day. New York Police Department posted this yesterday. The majority of No Kings protests have dispersed at this time. Traffic closures have been lifted. We had more than 100,000 people across all 5 boroughs peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights, and the NYPD made 0 protest-related arrests. Oh. Check this out, by the way. Oh, damn. No, I lost it. It was a picture of Zoran that said, like, did you really think that I would explain my master stroke if there were any chance of you stopping it? I wokeified the NYPD 35 minutes ago. That's like, one of my favorite lines of all time. I love it. I use it all the time. Did you really think I would explain my master stroke? All right, next up. Oh, this was the Obama, yeah. Oh, here it is. Oh, man. This might be a good segue to the mayoral debate. Let me see if I have the mayoral debate pulled up. So this past weekend was the mayoral debate. Cuomo, Curtis Sliwa, and Zoran Mamdani squared off to determine who would be the next mayor of New York City. And by that, I mean, Zoran has like a 35-point lead, seems uncatchable. Cuomo needed basically to assassinate him on stage if he wanted a chance of winning, and it didn't happen. In fact, it was a really weird debate insofar as Zoran just stomped all over Cuomo all night, but the only thing I cared about was Curtis Sliwa. Curtis Sliwa was fucking on his shit all night. He has to have a job in the Mamdani administration. He's like do you know what he wants to? He's like a really weird guy. All right. Here, to show you how strange he is, I want to play a video of him on Big Think that I've shown about 100 people. Like 10 years ago, he posted, 14 years ago. This is the story of how the Gambino crime family tried to whack Curtis Sliwa when he was an AM shock jock. This is the craziest story I've ever heard, and he tells it unbelievably well.
As a talk show host, I comment about many things in life, but I particularly enjoy Mob Talk, where I talk about the geriatric espresso sipping psychotic killers of organized crime. And if
already off to a banger fucking start. He just talks like this the whole time, by the way. Get used to this speech pattern. He talks like this the whole time.
Their names are Gotti, and they're in the Gambino crime family. I have an orgasmatic verbal frenzy, because I know them. I know they're degenerates right down to the marrow of their bone. And when John Gotti Sr. was on trial for the last time, the fourth time, when they stripped him of his Teflon, and he ended up doing triple life without parole at Marion in Illinois, I would critique the trial each and every morning after the day before's testimony.
By the way, New Yorkers just used to talk like this. This used to be how all New Yorkers talked. Okay, you have to know that.
And I would talk about what an enemy of society, a cretin with chromosome damage, a knuckle dragger, a jadrul, a musclehead this Gotti Sr. was, and naturally every sycophantonian lackey throughout the New York area would...
He's just blazing through these. A cretin with chromosomal damage. Every sycophantony, fuck!
Call up, disparage me, threaten me, and tell me that I would soon be room temperature. And I would say, oofa to you, and language that I can't even describe here. But you know what? They actually carried out their threats. And so in April, they decided to tool me up. They took out some baseball bats and laid in wait for me to come out of my apartment on the Lower East Side to make my way to WABC at Madison Square Garden. And they hit me about 32 times and rearranged my medulla and cerebellum so that all the furniture was upstairs and rearranged in the wrong rooms, and assumed that I would learn the code of Omerta, I would shut my mouth. Well, the moment I got out of the ER at Beth Israel, I just ratcheted it up. Instead of a half hour a day on Mob Talk, it was an hour a day, and now I talked about unsolved crimes involving Gotti Sr. and Gotti Jr. And that obviously caused him to pop the top, because I didn't realize he was given an AM radio in federal prison so he could listen to me every morning before he would go to trial. And he ordered his son, the underboss of the Gambino crime family, to whack me.
Okay. This is where the story gets insane. All right.
He says, you get little Nick Corazzo, who grew up with him in Canarsie. He knows every move. We know Slee was going to resist. And this is the plot. They stole a yellow cab late at night, sawed the handles off on the inside, and turned it into a rolling coffin, and assumed that on one of those mornings I would pick their cab, which had their wheelman, a Gambino guy named Angelo Dundee Bundini Brown, or something along those lines.
Angelo Dundee Budini Brown or something along those lines.
And the shooter, Michael Iannotti. And they would go around.
It's also amazing that he knows the names of everyone involved. He's like, this is my friend from elementary school that they got to. This is the shooter's first and last name.
Around the block. And Joey D'Angelo looked like a cab driver, and Michael Iannotti was a killer extraordinaire because he was an executioner. And on the sixth day that they went round and round, bingo, lotto day for them, I picked their cab. I jumped in the back, told them, Madison Square Garden, hurry up, Mac. He said, no problem, Sliwa. And I thought, wow, an English-speaking cab driver, a guy who knows where he's going. Man, this is my day. I can max and relax, read the newspapers, prepare for the broadcast. Halfway there, instead of turning left and going west, he turns right to Gabon and goes east. And I said, hey, Mac, turn this hack around. And all of a sudden, he was putting the pedal to the metal, and I could hear the transmission grinding. And I said, I don't think he's taking this to AMCO for a transmission fix. And I said, hey, Mac, I told you, turn this hack around. And then lickety-split, within seconds, all of a sudden, some gorilla pops up in front of me who had been stuffed under the dashboard. He's popping a 38 right down at my three-piece set, my lower extremities, not the knife, spoon, and fork.
My three-piece set, my lower extremities, not the knife, spoon, and spin.
And all of a sudden he says, "Take this, you son of a bitch," boom, and he fires. And I could see the fire leave the barrel of the gun. Didn't feel anything and never been shot before, so assumed, wow, this is just a bad dream or a misfire. And by the time I could come to my senses, as my heart was beeping and I felt like Robbie Robot and Lost in Space, you know, danger, Mr. Robinson, danger, he raises the gun, fires a second time, and now I feel it, the cramping, the blood is spewing. All of a sudden, I'm in a panic, and I immediately dive for the door. Figure I'll dive into oncoming traffic, risk becoming a speed bump, and they knew I would do that, and as I reached for the handle and pulled to yank it open, it came off from my hand, and pow, a third shot right through my legs like a hot knife through butter. I've now been shot 3 times. I'm bleeding like a sieve. I'm stuffed beneath the driver, trying to avoid the headshots. I'm fighting the gun off so he can't pop 2 in the back of my head. And then all of a sudden, I pick up my Guardian Angel walkie-talkie. I say, "Angel 1, code red, Angel 1. And they start blabbering away. And it distracts the driver, Joey D'Angelo, who thinks maybe it's NYPD 50. So he drives on the sidewalk. He drives back onto the street. He makes a radical turn going south towards the Williamsburg Bridge. And I feel a gust of wind. And I said, feet don't fail me now. I got precious little energy. So I used the cushion in the back to see, as if it were a trampoline, dived in the direction of what I felt was an open window because I felt the gust of wind. Luckily, they had opened the window just moments before they had picked me up because the air conditioner wasn't working. Lucky that the AC wasn't working. I made it halfway out the window. The gunman panics. He realizes, oh my God, he's out the window. So he pulls me up by my belt. He puts the gun in my back. The driver at the same time crashes me into parked cars. I smash me like sardines, nut to butt. They pump that final bullet in the back, push me out, and figure I'm dead on arrival and I'm sucking concrete. Next thing you know, they scrape me up off the asphalt, put me in the gurney, put me in the meat wagon, throw me on the emergency route of Bellevue, and they start cutting and chopping. And an hour and a half, well, actually hours later, days later, I wake up in intensive care with every tube and every orifice of my body, the bells and whistles. I wake up slowly. I see that first face that indicates to me that I'm alive, I'm not dead, and it's Ed Koch, my former nemesis, the former mayor of the city of New York, who thought I was a hemorrhoid in a red beret, and I thought I had died and gone straight to hell without an asbestos suit. When I came to my senses...
Dude, when does he breathe?
I realized I was alive. I took a licking and came back ticking, and let's face it, it wasn't my martial arts skill that saved the day, or my street smarts. It was the man upstairs who decided I wasn't ready to be punching on the time clock yet and going out feet first.
That's his video. That's the whole video. Fuck me. It's so interesting. What a great storyteller. He was doing this shit all night. He was like, all night he was talking exactly like this. And it was so good. So the problem is, Zoran was hitting the beats that he needs to. He was like, he had a couple like good slams. He said something along the lines of like, what I lack in experience, I make up for in integrity. And you, Mr. Cuomo, what you lack in integrity, you could never make up in experience, you know? And Sliwa, I think, despite the fact that he and Zoran probably disagree on every single policy imaginable, they agree on one thing, which is that they fucking hate Cuomo. And so Sliwa spends the whole time talking shit like to this guy's face. Here we go.
Why? Because I said to him, don't you dare, we don't need it, and he backed down, and he will again.
So that proves a good relationship.
Wait a second. The president is going to back down to you, Andrew Cuomo. I know you think you're the toughest guy alive, but let me tell you something. You lost your own primary, right? You were rejected by your Democrats.
Why
and you have a difficult understanding that what the term no is. You're not going to stand up to Donald Trump.
He's like, and let's not forget that you're a molester. Here's him again. This is right after. So, however, this one is crazy because they've been begging Curtis Sliwa to drop out to stop splitting the anti-Zoran vote. But Sliwa is not, like, his voters wouldn't vote for Cuomo. This guy hates his fucking guts.
However, I think it is clear to New Yorkers who are against Mamdani that you and Cuomo are splitting the anti-Mamdani vote. So my question is simple. Are you okay if Mamdani wins that you, so to speak, contributed to that?
Well, number one, Ackman is a jerk. Has he been right yet? Here's a guy who goes up to Newport, Rhode Island and thinks he's a professional tennis player. Come on, Ackman, stay in your lane. Does he know anything about politics? No. Does he live in New York City? No. He lives in Chapaka, the whitest suburb of America, where even the lawn jockeys are white. He may know Wall Street. He may know hedge funds. He has been wrong every step of the way with the billionaires. So let's say people come to the conclusion, if somehow I lose, and we know Andrew Cuomo's lost, he's already tossed in the town. Oh, it's because of you, Curtis. Because of, really? It's because of the Democrats. Wait a second. Who created Zoran Mandami? Who embraced him? Who nourished him? Who supported him? And how dare you, people who know nothing about politics, suggest that everybody who's going to vote for me is suddenly going to be reborn. We love Andrew Cuomo. He killed all these elderly. He's a sexual harasser. He told conservatives and Republicans in 2014, if you're conservative
He's
and
doing
you
a
believe
voice.
in right to life and the Second Amendment, you have no place in New York. You need to leave.
Oh my God.
This is the result of the
Oh
Democrat
my God.
self-destruction. So I'm supposed to help them? How come they don't help themselves?
Oh my God.
Andrew Cuomo failed everybody in that primary. He even admitted it.
We got to get him for something. He's like big into like animal sanctuaries. He said that he wants to turn the mayor's residence into a cat sanctuary, and he was just walking around the halls like, you could fucking fit so many cats in here, man. Give him a cat, like cordon off a portion of the mayor's residence for a cat sanctuary, and he could just do that.
Now he's basically saying, I can't win without Sliwa votes. Where are your votes? Why don't you spend your money and he's got millions from the billionaires? Millions. Go out, get your own votes. Convert Sliwa voters. But for me to drop out, I represent a major party line. I have people running under me, council people.
It's fucked. He's totally right. Like, there is not a Republican in this race. If you want Republican council people and judges to win, you have to have a Republican on the top of the ticket.
Like, judges, they put their heart
but
and
for
soul
all these
into
people,
it.
like,
They
you need to
support
drop
me.
out
I
so
have
Cuomo
more-
can lose
more
again.
donations than Andrew Cuomo does matching funds. So you know something? This is called voting. Since when do
He's so
we not
good,
let
man.
people vote? Billionaires determine the next mayor? If they don't like it, they can leave. They have options. Blue-collar working class people don't. Those are the people I'm representing, not Andrew Cuomo. Sure.
He's kind of killing it. He lives with 16 cats. He's a total freak. I love it. He also is responsible for my favorite of the night, which is the parades. So one of the things that was interesting about this debate relative to the other one is the other one was totally focused on like hammering Zoran on Israel, and they did a little part of this at the beginning, but largely it actually was about like New York issues. They were describing like the NYPD, they were describing like some of the weird licensing arrangements that exist in the city, congestion pricing, like local issues, which was great. And then this one comes up and it's just fucking unbelievable. This is, again, New York City, biggest city in the fucking most rich nation in the history of time. Here we go.
New York City loves its parades, and the mayor is often front and center. You have all said that you want to be mayor for all New Yorkers. So will you march in all the parades that mayors have traditionally marched in, or are there any that you would boycott? Mr.
Would you march? Would you march in parades?
Sliwa?
I think a mayor has.
And by the way, Sliwa has been thinking about this every day of his life. He has a killer answer.
It's a responsibility, whenever possible, to march in parades, to celebrate whatever that parade is performing as. I've been a Grand Marshal of the Pulaski Day Parade. I was proud to
Are
celebrate
there
my
any that you
Polish
would
heritage.
boycott, though? I just need to move this along.
Excuse me?
Would you boycott any of the city's parades?
No, I would not boycott any parades.
Mr.
It's the mayor's
Cuomo, would you
responsibility
boycott?
to be available to all racial,
No, I
ethnic, and
wouldn't.
religious groups.
No, I wouldn't unless they discriminated.
Okay. Mr. Mamdani?
There are many parades that I would not be attending because I'd be focusing on the work of leading this city.
Which parades?
A number of them. I've already missed a number of those parades because I've been
Well,
trying
could you
to
tell us?
speak
Share
to as
with
many
our
New Yorkers
audience
as
here.
possible.
Okay.
I don't have the list of all the parades I've missed.
Wow, that's a
All right.
lot.
Are there-
The mayor
let me
should
ask
be
you
going to
this.
all parades.
Let me ask you this. Are there any parades that don't exist that you think should? Mr. Mamdani?
I haven't thought much about parades, to be honest with you.
Mr. Cuomo?
I have not thought. I don't even know what parade doesn't exist, frankly.
Could be for anything. Mr. Sliwa?
Every parade has the right to exist in New York City. I would ask
David?
you,
Thank you.
Mr.
Okay.
Mondani, would you protect the Christopher Columbus statues that exist here in the city?
I'm telling you, my focus is on affordability. I'm not thinking about
Well, you're not
statues.
answering the
All
question.
right. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're not answering.
We
it.
gave the finger to the Columbus Day
That
statue.
issue's come up.
That's what we
earlier
call
in
it,
the debate. All right, Kennedy,
disgraziato.
listen, we're in the last couple of minutes, and we thought
know what
we'd
that
have
means?
some questions.
In New York City.
So he goes, all right, will you march in all the parades? And Slee was like, absolutely. I've been a parade marshal before, and I will do it again. And Cuomo's like, yeah, why not? And Zoran's like, I've already missed some parades. I don't think it's a big deal. And Slee was like, which parades did you miss? And he's like, I don't have the list. And he's like, that's a lot of parades. It's a mayor's duty to do the parades. And then the host asks, are there any parades that don't exist that you think should exist? And Mamdani and Cuomo were like, I don't, what is this question? He's like, I don't know. And Sliwa goes, every parade has a right to exist. Dude, invent a new parade. Wives of Yu-Gi-Oh players. Wives of Yu-Gi-Oh players parade. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Like I think what they're trying to do is be like, there's a Columbus Day parade that they want to get him on, like being anti-Italian or something. But it's like the weirdest fucking runaround I've ever heard. No one understands what they're saying, least of all the candidates, except for Sliwa, who's tuned in on parades. It's so good. If you've never lived in New York City, I will tell you this. There is a fucking parade every goddamn day. There are like 1 million parades, and they're for everything. Ugh, man. A killer ass event. This was my favorite part of the debate. Is this the, I think I know what this is, but let me just check. Oh, it's not. This one was unbelievable. So they ask who your team is. They're like, all right, New York City, we got 2 big teams. Pick one. Who are you pulling for? All right.
That's my team, the Knicks.
Correct answer, by the way. 100% correct answer.
Mr. Cuomo?
I'm going to go half and half.
What the fuck do you... I just hope everybody has fun.
I can make it back and forth.
All right. And Mr. Mamdani?
This is what New Yorkers are sick of. Just pick a team.
What's
Come
your
on.
answer?
I'll be there for the Knicks.
Correct.
Bing bong.
He booked the secret wrong answer. And of course, Mayor Eric Adams with a killer ass headpiece. Holy shit. Oh my God. Fuck me. Oh, fuck your life. Bing bong. I love
That's
that
my
guy.
team.
Holy shit. Oh man. Adams can pull it off. He's not pulling it off in there. Come on. He could still win. Yeah, he could still win. Okay, we got to move on from the mayoral race. But the funniest part, of course, was at the very beginning, Cuomo's opening statement was like, Zoran has not condemned Hamas, and he has not condemned Hassan Piker. It was like, dude, what are you talking about? And he had to, and then in his response, he was like, I have condemned Hamas. I think that Hassan was wrong when he said that, but like, fucking talking about Twitch streamers. The clip is in my link. You got it, Totagon? Let's go.
I did applaud President Trump and his administration. I think it was a great accomplishment. I hope the peace holds. The assemblyman will not denounce Hamas. The assemblyman will not denounce Hassan Piker, who
That's true.
said America deserved 9/11.
Did you see someone posted like their Kalshi bet, and they were like, I went 5K in on will Andrew Cuomo mention Hassan during the debate? Oh man. It's, you know what's crazy is that he says it's 9/11, but later he talks about the shocking the dog too. All right, next up. Also, did you notice that little buried lead for our next story?
I did applaud President Trump and his administration. I think it was a great accomplishment. I hope the peace holds.
Well, folks, The peace didn't hold. What the fuck? I don't what's going on? All right, so for those of you that that missed it, peace in our lifetime, Middle East solved. President Trump said no one could solve it. 3,000 years, no one solved it. I solved it. Okay, they didn't solve it. So the Israeli army broke the ceasefire, committed 47 violations, killing 38 people and wounding another 143. Now, they tried to do something, admittedly, they tried to do something really funny afterwards. They said as soon as they did, like, the operations, they were like, and now the ceasefire is back on. Which, like, honestly, beast mode, they tried. I mean, that's an angle for sure. They were like, just one more. I got to get the last word here. Okay, and now we're on ceasefire. I don't know. I mean, this was pretty apparent that it was going to happen to anyone with a working brain, but it was crazy that all weekend people were like, will you give Trump credit? Why will you not give Trump credit? It's like, because we weren't born yesterday? Like, what are you talking about? If it happens for sure. Oh, my God. They already pressed the button. You can't pause it. It's an online game. All right, next up. Dude, this was so good. So... this comes from one of the many Nazi accounts on Twitter these days. Okay, the original post is something like, what things have white people invented? And this person's like, that's right, white people are the chosen people. Look what we've done. We made this. And this too, you know? That's correct. This person replies, aren't you a mall worker? What have you invented yourself? They quote tweet, yes. I make pretzels at the mall. I keep the food court exceptionally clean, and the pretzels are fresh, soft, and hot. That alone contributes more to American society than any brown third worlder ever will. We salute you, staff of Auntie Anne's Pretzels! Okay, couple things going on here. First and foremost, I'm sorry, if you want to be an Aryan supermensch guy, you can't be making pretzels at the mall. I know, I'm not trying to say that food service is, like, easy, but, like, you don't get to talk about, like, the engineering marvels of the world and then be like, and I work at a place where my manager is 13 years old. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. Secondly, this pretzel looks like shit. I have eaten at Auntie Anne's maybe twice in my life, but this pretzel looks like fucking ass. How did you fuck up this pretzel? They come in frozen from Australia. What do you mean this is the pretzel you serve to somebody? It looks terrible. They don't actually. Hey, I mean, I'm willing to be wrong about Auntie Anne's. They sat on it. I guess it's possible. Oh, man. LMAO, you're actually poor. What makes you think I'm poor? You make pretzels in the mall. What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure a brown heart surgeon or a brown midwife does more for the U.S. than you and your pretzels. I hope when you or a family member needs surgery, the surgeon is brown. All right, I hate to be like this. If you have gotten surgery in the United States in the past 15 years, the surgeon has been brown. You think we're making doctors here? We are importing them, dumbass. We don't. The only thing that America exports in terms of the job market is Twitch streamers. The white doctors are all DEI hires. We got VVVV Trevor Allen in surgery. Oh, man. Not even a respectable Cinnabon hire. True. I've had an Indian primary for the last 20 years. My primary is from fucking Nigeria. Best primary I've ever had. I had a white doctor. Listen, I had a white doctor like 10 times over the past 10 years when I was hopping around different PCPs, primary care physicians. Didn't click until I got the Nigerian guy. He's no nonsense. He was no nonsense. That's what I liked about him. I gotta tell you, not to talk up shit. If you get a good primary care provider, it totally changes your life. You're like, oh my God, my doctor is helpful. That's crazy. For so long, especially when I was dirt poor and on an Obamacare plan and they were switching my PC every 15 minutes, for so long it was like I would go into the doctor dreading like the shit I would have to do. And Now I'm like, great. I bug my doctor all the time now. I'm a total hypochondriac. I'm like in there every couple of weeks. I'm like, hey, my balls hurt. Check them out. Just don't go to the doctor. CJ, you do need to go to the doctor. They are going to find a new species of tapeworm in you. I'm trying to find a dermatologist I like now. Apparently now you're supposed to have a dermatologist. They keep inventing new things you have to go to, but they're like, you should yearly go to the dermatologist. That's what the health guidance says. And I'm like, fine. And I'm checking out dermatologists, and everyone I've gone to so far, I'm like, this is not science. Like, I go in, they go, looks good. All right, see you in a year. And I go, that can't be science, you know? No, I think what it is that skin cancer is super easy to eyeball. They're like, The problem, I think, is that I don't have any outstanding, like, psoriasis or anything. And so for that reason, I just go in there for, like, a checkup. And they're like, eh. More mouse bites. You die in less than a few months from skin cancer. Is that true? That's crazy. Do you have an eye doctor? I do. My eye doctor and I do bits. We riff. It's a lot of fun. All right, next up. Okay, this one's insane. Speaking of medicine and white nationalists, Milo's in the news again. I am 41. Did Unk snap? And the doctor thinks I have a brain tumor. I've been passing out a lot lately. Monstrous headaches. My vision is unpredictably bad. I'm not hungry, and I'm always hungry. Tingly fingers, the works. And of course, I've been ignoring these symptoms for months. Or is it years? That must be a good sign, I tell him. Surely I'd be dead by now. He just looks at me. You don't tell your doctor this. I've had an MRI and there's a dark spot, black as sin. God, Catholics. But the technician wasn't absolutely sure. My doctor isn't an oncologist, though his wife is. Something is in there that shouldn't be, so I'm having another one and seeing a specialist in a few days. It might not be cancer. My gut says I'll be fine. He wouldn't have spared me from AIDS just to take me out like this. Whatever it is, I suddenly regret saying I'm ready to be with Jesus so many times over the last couple of years. God is like that. People who are beastly to others for a living have no right to ask for good wishes, even when they're scared, but I am scared, so I'm asking anyway. Instead of tweeting or texting me something celebratory, do me a favor. Ask our Lord to spirit this thing away so I can get back to work like I promised. I'll keep you posted. This was my favorite reply. What are we fucking with, Juniper? Not trying to be hyperbolic, but what if they remove it and you're gay again? Oh, man. Holy shit. So the number one thing is, I think Kanye can now sue for malpractice, right? Wasn't this guy like his chief of staff or something? Who is this? The kids don't know who Milo Yiannopoulos is? Oh, fuck. This guy was like the first wave of like Gamergate style culture war guys. He's gay Nazi is who he is. But he decided not to be gay recently and instead became Catholic. Many such cases. I guess I'll just use this space to tell you, if you are having these symptoms, go to your doctor. Please go to your doctor. He was a gay atheist Nazi that became a straight Catholic Nazi. I remember seeing him tour with Sargon of Akkad in 2016. Oh! Like a lance through my heart. Fuck me. A different world for sure. Come on. Oh, man. Okay, well. Okay. This one's unbelievable. Fuck, there's no way. All right, next up. This one is so good. Let me get this straight. Hassan Piker can talk about killing people as well as torment his dog on stream. Thoughts can fully sexualize themselves for money. One even gave birth live. But I drop a gamer word here and there and I get suspended? When will Twitch admit they are biased? Let's see if we can go down a little bit. Which gamer word? I think it was in this instance, the British cigarette word I dropped a lot while raging at campers in FPS multiplayer. So people found clips and she's just saying the N-word and the F slur constantly. It's like, Yeah, dumbass. You can't do that. I don't give a fuck about what the woman giving birth or whatever. You can't do that. That's in the toss. Stove Raid! Stove, I hope you had a good stream. We're talking about saying slurs while partnered. Me, when I'm playing an FPS, I can't stop saying slurs when I get banned. Why is Twitch biased against me? The TOS says nothing about live birth. Am I the friend that's not woke enough? I thought the live birth was fine. They covered everything up. Okay, next up. Dude. In this realm, your story is yours to tell. Okay. So Dungeons and Dragons has posted this like tenderqueer image of a bunch of gay D&D characters hanging out. 1 trillion individuals have quote tweeted this being like, D&D has fallen. D&D is over. D&D is totally fucked. This one was really big. Oh, but what if Mr. Warhammer came and shot them all? That would be so epic. I'm sorry. Is this your first day finding out D&D is for gay nerds? D&D has been for gay nerds for decades. Come on now. Holy shit. I don't know. Warhammer is for gayer nerds. Also true. It is. There is maybe a thing to be like, it is kind of nauseating how WotC is cultivating this sort of identity that plays into the soft, tender, queer Tumblr aesthetic of homosexuality while simultaneously doing all they can to ruin the lives of like trans people who play their games and profit off of individuals by offering them tokenized representation and shit like that. That's several levels above of what is going on here, right? That's several levels above of what is going on here. People are just mad because they see a gay. All right? That's... I don't know, man. I just... there were people in here being like, kobolds are supposed to be evil, not silly. And I was like, when was the last time you talked to a kobold? What are you, stupid? Why would the council do this? Different WotC. I don't know. I just, getting mad about this is so lame, man. I'm sorry. And all these people are like, vile, disgusting. When do we get the epic Doomslayer fire? Oh my goodness gracious, that's so freaking cool. I'm sorry, just different flavors of nerd. You're all on this ride together, baby. But hey, if there's anything that this image inspires you to do, beating back the hegemony of D&D and tabletop spaces is a net good. So fucking play straight Pathfinder for all I care. All right, next up. Showed my brother my orange, and he said it looked like fat Chinese baby. I guess it does. It does look kind of like fat Chinese baby. However, I'm sorry, I have to outdo your orange slice. Totally mogged. Holy, that's just fat Chinese baby. Is this AI? Grok, is this AI? Is this actually just AI? This is literally just it. I'm not seeing an AI. Oh my god. It looks exactly like him. The first thing I'm going to do with my kid, by the way, is put them in this orientation so we can have a fat Chinese baby image. Is it a Nietzsche Chinese baby? Nietzsche Chinese babies. God is with us. You know, this is... Sometimes I see something like this and I'm like, you know what? God is real. I've decided God is real. All right, next up. All right, we got to talk about this. So, at the conclusion of the No Kings broadcast, Trump posted this, and I just like, let's just watch this together, man. So this is Highway to the Danger Zone. I'm going to have to pause every couple of seconds so we don't get DMCA'd. Okay, so here's Trump in, and I hate to do this. I can immediately clock that crown. It is trained off the crown you get at Party City for a king costume. It is a classic piece of cheap Chinese crap. Also, I love that he doesn't have the thing on. It's like I still have to be able to see it's Trump. Okay. What the fuck? All right, load up the plane with shit. Load up the plane with doo-doo feces. Load up the plane with doo-doo shit. Drop a generational brown. Okay, here's the people at the protests. Oh, no! Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Why did he post this? Like, legitimate, like, what is this? He's losing it, man. Do you think he thinks this is real? Do you think he's like, I remember doing that? That's crazy, man. Seems like there was way more shit in that plane. He's refilling it. What if I doo-doo feces over all these protesters? That's the thing is, like, I think it is actually getting to him. Oh, my God. That's crazy. Oh. Good. I think this person thumbing up the doo-doo feces. All right, next up. Okay. Bitch lasagna went viral again. Do you because of this meme where people would be like, I didn't remember it being that bad, and they'll post the first like stanza of a song and then they'll post the 14 words. So the difference is that if you remember bitch lasagna, it really was this. For a minute I was like, I don't remember it being that bad. Look at this. So who the hell is Bob and why you want to kiss him? I'm a blue eyes white dragon while you're just dark magician. Awesome. You got a fifth of the population in your nation, but I got 9-year-olds of worlds, so hold your defecation. Motu Patlu, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Your language sounds like it comes from a mumble rap community. I'm happy when this came out, I had graduated college. Because, like, imagine being in, like, middle school when this came out. Imagine being, like, an Indian kid in middle school when this came out. Holy shit. Let's actually watch the other one. Cutie Pie India song. Dude, these were so good. I sure hope I don't see a pedophile. Wait a minute! Oh, man. Whatever happened to that guy? Boy in a band. Trying to get his bands for a boy. You know what I'm saying? All right, next up. Fuck, this one was crazy. Okay. So if you're not familiar with telepuerte, is that how you say this? Telepert. Right, I'm going to pull up a telepert video. This person was huge on YouTube like 4 or 5 years ago for making this video over and over again. Right? Like a video where a woman does like a sexy thing, right? Like what if the woman did a sexy thing? If I can... What if like a woman did a sexy thing, right? What if a woman was a cat and did a sexy thing, right? Okay, so they've been drawing on Twitter since, and today they posted this. I don't draw for likes. I draw because it could help someone who needs it. Art is a medium for words. Words have power. First up, crazy ass shit to put in front of foot. First up, foot, pussy shot. Second up, I do art because you can put words on art and words are powerful. Just write the words, dumbass. Save some time. This image... This image was met with the most hater-ass shit I saw all week. Meet potential artist. I don't consider myself nor intend to be a hater, but I think you're kind of full of it, man. Meet potential artist. All right? He writes such profound prose. His deep OC lore will go crazy. Bro's got the skills to animate his own series. The most introspective, lewd artist of our era. All the random sketches and art studies are building up to something big. Give me liberty, give me fire, give me mouthpiece with no self-will or I retire. If and when, but never is. Back my lewd art with compelling story or animation to impress my fans and silence my critics? No. Words have power. Yes. Every character in the Televerse on screen. The one image of Televerse lore. 0 continuity writing. 0 character backstory. 7 patreon.com/telepuerte, where you can find the uncensored versions of all of his images. Honestly, cooked him, man. I don't know what to say. That is fucking... that's rough, man. I do like these people. I think everything here is taking things too seriously. I'll be frank. Neither I nor anyone on Twitter will remember this until the next time Tele posts something similar. But the fact that this is the mindset he lives with daily is comedic in a strangely tragic way. I'm sorry. You're allowed to be a hater. You're allowed to be a hater. You can be a hater. Who cares? Who cares? Oh my God. If I'm being honesty, man, I cannot tell exactly what you were criticizing here. I'm critiquing that he talks a great deal about how his art is profound to the point of talking down to his audience, but he goes nowhere past the talking about it stage. Every art post is just lewds or art studies with little hint of greater ambition or drive. Totally owned, man. Just totally fucking... Honestly, cooked his ass. I don't know what to tell you. Cooked his ass. You can't be posting this shit. Art is a medium for words and words have power. What the fuck does that mean? That's nothing. Cook him up. I like his art, but the guy got his ass. Yeah, his art's great. You go to Puerte, his art's fucking good as hell. Look. It is really good art. It is sexy woman, though. I'll be honest. It is mostly sexy woman. Hate that comes from hurt can't fix the problem or heal the wound. Sexy alien girl, right? Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is the sexiest one yet. Oh, you can get the one with her pussy out on Patreon. Interesting. All right, next up. Okay, this one's just for me. Everyone, let's have a serious discussion. God tier beta kids versus Deltaverse. So this is a power scaling discussion about if the beta kids from Homestuck, after going God tier, could beat every character from Deltarune combined. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is like 3 trillion hydrogen bombs versus a summer ant. I don't think there is any point in the story after Act 1 where every Deltarune character wouldn't just be a smear on the ground. We have not seen shit from Deltarune. If Gaster can, like, port between timelines, that puts him at the same level as, like, I don't know, a non-god tier Dancester. Like, legitimately, it's shocking shit. If the epilogues and if Beyond Canon are canon, I just don't think Dave did that pre-god tier. He did. Incest is a character. Incest is crazy in that. Are there any actively incestuous children in Homestuck? No, right? I think there's actually 0. It's all ectobiology anyway. It doesn't matter. Dave kind of wants to fuck his mom. Ever heard of Oedipus, dude? He's not the first guy. Trolls breed through incestuous slurry. Yeah, I don't care about them. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the kids. I don't know. I mean, like, Dirk has transcended the boundaries of the text and is now concerned with the concept of attention as a centralizing, governing force. If you ever close the Deltarune window, he solos. I don't know, man. Fuck. Blindfolded, limbless with heart virus disease, they would clear. Beta kids trapped for 4 quadrillion years in the Homestuck icon happens in the epilogues. Does the soul count as a Deltarune character? Soul does not solo. Soul does not solo. Oh my god. All right, next up. Okay, this is so good. So this person is selling this. It says, this is like some stupid health scam. I got a device that's basically Xanax and Botox on steroids. All right, what do you think it is? What do you think she's huffing here? Copium? No, she's huffing carbon dioxide. She's like, yeah, you're supposed to inhale carbon dioxide all day. That's how you get healthy. Honestly, 1, yes. 2, please don't do that. 3, if you want to hire me to come breathe in your face, I'll do that too. We are trying to like woo health whippets for sure. That's the next thing. Galaxy Gas 2. Why she got her toes out? Ooh, why do she got her toes out? You're right. All right, next up. Okay, let's talk about TwitchCon. This is fucking insane. So I figured I didn't want to go to TwitchCon. I've talked a little bit about my experience at TwitchCon, and it was fine. But like, TwitchCon to me was not a good place to go if you were a streamer. It was a fun place to go if you are a fan of a streamer. And for that reason, you know, I consider myself a YouTuber who streams, not a streamer who uploads to YouTube. And I feel a little disconnected from the larger Twitch culture. I don't care about like what John Bungler is up to this week, right? I don't really have an opinion on the latest like Subway Surfers drama or whatever. And I just don't get it, I guess I would say. So last year or 2 years ago, I went and it was all right. It was in the same area as Alex Simo, so I got to hang out with him, and that was fun. But the TwitchCon proper, I didn't have a great time. So this year rolled around, and I was like, maybe I should go again. But it's pretty close to the fucking birth, and it's on the other side of the fucking nation. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. We'll just stay home. Turns out that was the right idea. That was the right idea. So many women said they weren't going to be attending TwitchCon this year because they don't feel safe. Then this happens to Emiru on day 1. All right, watch this. This guy just breezes past security, grabs her, and goes for a kiss. She gets him off. A guy pushes her off. And then they go, hey, dude, get out of here. He's like, okay, I guess. So this is insane, obviously. But it gets more insane hearing her describe it. So the short of it is, she does a little discussion about it, and the short of it is, he was ejected from the venue, but he just walked away from that interaction. Like, no one went after him, no one took his name, no one was like, dude, we got to figure out who you are so we can get you away. Twitch security did almost less than nothing. They also did not allow many streamers to bring their own personal security.
I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy.
By the way, she's picking that word very, very specifically. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you are Twitch, it's time to lawyer up.
With the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, what?
Okay, so this guy gets kicked out after assaulting her. And listen to what Twitch thinks is a reasonable response. Listen to this.
Well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they going to do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
That's awesome, dude. He's banned from the platform for 30 days. Dog, we banned people for 30 days because they disagreed with Dyer once. For 30 days.
What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything.
This is the other thing that was weird is like, do you think that they were like, you know what would make it right if he was banned from Twitch? No, he'll just get on a VPN, dude. What do you mean? Oh my God, he's banned from Twitch. Well, thank you for making this right.
No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here.
Yeah, like keep him out of the place where there's other people.
So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Head of risk for Twitch. Man, that's got to be a fun job, huh? How long do you have that job before you just jump? That's got to be like the screening process has to be like, would you consider yourself a man who is in good mental health or
Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
I don't know. It's it's a tough nut to crack. And the reason it's a tough nut to crack is because the culture around streaming for so long was it's just a bunch of boys hanging out. And TwitchCon to me struck me as an opportunity for big name streamers and for Twitch execs to go out and like do coke and drink together, right? And like that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can go have fun doing that. But like you also have to balance that with like, no, now that streaming is like a career and a lifestyle and shit, you need to be providing security, you need to be providing resources for your talent, and instead they're just like, hey, we're just hanging out, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's fucking gross, man. It's disgusting. And always the people who are caught in the crossfire are women. Always, like always. You know, I can't believe they didn't allow private security. And what the fuck? Like, that's insane. Fuck me. What are you guys replying to? Fucking ban that guy. Did someone get to them before me? Damn it. All right. You're the mod. All right. Oh, they're doing a bit and it didn't land. All right, we'll do you know what, we'll do a month. You can have the same as this guy. Give Dire mod powers? No. Not at all. Listen, I love Dire. Do not give her mod powers. Without Wolt says fuck no. Wolt, where were you? I don't know. It's just Twitch and streaming in general has this culture. And it's one of those things that like it's not even like I don't even think it's necessarily like a Twitch thing. I think it's streaming in general still has this like deep-rooted gross sex pest culture that's just permeates it entirely. And, you know, the alternative websites like Kick and Rumble and shit are more like populated by these total freaks because there's less scrutiny. I think the truth of the matter is the type of personality you have to be like, I'm streaming for my, you know, I am a streamer is just sociopath. And it attracts people who expect a certain type of thing. And if they don't get that thing, they're like, well, you know, I could always just show up in real life and try to kiss them. Really gross people, really gross all around. Something's got to change about streaming, man. And it is, slowly. But in the meantime, a lot of people are getting hurt. And largely as a result of the fact that companies aren't willing to take their liability seriously. YouTube streaming has it better. The YouTube streaming has a totally different culture. I don't YouTube stream because I think it's kind of redundant. But it has the best argument yet for the fact that there is a bigger cultural difference. You know? I don't know. Moving on. He's back, baby.
George, thank you so much for joining us. on the couch. So let's just, first of all, congratulations on getting out.
You know, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you to President Trump for clemency and for having such an amazing will for second chances.
Welcome back, friend of the pod, George Santos. Do you want to be on Will of the Council? We'd love to have you. Fucking hell. So if you missed it, George Santos went to prison for like 1,000 years for doing every crime imaginable. Trump commuted his sentence earlier this week and he got out. He's already slaying in a disgusting fucking, what is that, a velvet suit with a turtleneck on? I love it. It's great. He pled guilty. He said he did it all. Yeah, I mean, he got his sentence commuted. What do you want him to say? He did it. He did his time, and now he's back out.
You know, I feel like it's justice served. And
I agree. I feel like it's justice served as well. Oh, man. Hey, Jillian. we'll get a new George Santos cameo. What are George Santos cameos going for right now, by the way? George Santos cameo. You all were pretty upset about the Nigel Farage cameo, and I think that's pretty reasonable. Okay, but you gotta let me pay $300 for the George Santos cameo. $300. $300? That's so many. Are you kidding me? Wait, he delivers it in under an hour? He's just on his phone all day. Subathon to fund the George Santos cameo. Hey, Jillian. Oh, my God. Okay, next up. Okay, so if you have been at your fake office job where you look at spreadsheets all day today, you probably know that everything's down. So in case you're unfamiliar, Amazon.co, who is technically my boss because they own Twitch.tv, loses money on everything they do. Twitch loses money. The shipping shit loses money. Obviously, you can't make money shipping things one day out. Well, the place they make their money is Amazon Web Services, which is a series of web tools used by, like, fucking every single website. Legitimately, like, almost every single website. And today, it went down. This is not something that we thought could happen. So everything is fucked today. Every single thing you could imagine. I'm shocked that Twitch is alive, to be honest. I am shocked Twitch is alive. The shit I ordered for stream is not here. A bunch of people had to go home from work early because it's like, what are you going to do? I don't know, man. Hopefully it will all be resolved before tomorrow, but keep in mind, this is a piece of critical infrastructure that can go down. Amazon stock up 1.61% today, by the way. I mean, makes sense. People realized how much they rely on them. I have a friend that's an Amazon comp sci engineer and wrote in the group chat this morning, we are fucked. My AI girlfriend went down. No! My same day shipment didn't ship and I'm getting a little treatlery. Exact same. I ordered a costume for Chef tomorrow and I'm like, where is my fucking treat? Where is my treat? Can I cancel this item? Let me see if I can order it a second time. Free delivery Friday? I don't want it Friday. I want it now. Chef? Oh no, Saga. My bad. Next up. Little blue sky freaks. A little bit of blue sky freaks. We wanted to know what it was like to own a Cybertruck. So Zoe Schiffer went to the desert and got these absolutely amazing quotes. What do you like about the truck? What I love about the truck is how it's so polarizing. The shape of it, the body of it, the manufacturing technique with the body panels and everything. I just love that it's completely outside the box. Are you married? I was married, but I'm not anymore. Women don't like the vehicle. Awesome. Fucking amazing. And the reply? In July, Tesla rolled out a software update to integrate Grok into many of its vehicles. Do you use it? Her name is Aura, and I use her as a therapist. When I'm driving, I'll ask questions, and it actually gives really good therapy advice. Honestly, not unexpected. Next up. Okay, so do you remember last week when Pete Hegseth did the no fatties speech? Apparently now they have to watch it at the Pentagon. Like, if you go into work at the Pentagon, you have to watch the Pete Hegseth no fatties speech. Officials are testing staff to see if they watch it. Like, fill out the questionnaire, threatening consequences if they lie about watching it or they mock it. Awesome, dude. I mean, it seems very mockable. All right, couple more. This comes from Juniper. This was a fucking watershed day on Twitter. Yesterday on Twitter, some of the biggest far-right doxing users were suspended. Then Elon Musk caught wind and reinstated them. All right, this person, Captive Dreamer, is a classic Twitter freak. You can just dox a leftist account and they'll deactivate within 5 minutes and forever leave the site. It's that easy. So both him and one of his little flunkies got suspended. Says, I would personally be happy, but Elon has personally boosted these people dozens of times because of their beliefs. They will be back. I'm looking into this. Disagreeable, even often awful opinions are fine. Doxing non-public real-time location information where there's a significant risk of harm is not. And then they're back. All I can say is, you just get to do whatever you want on Twitter now. You just get to do whatever you want. You can post whatever you want. Fucking, oh my God. Crazy. Classic Elon. All right, very last thing. Exclusive. One Saturday afternoon in October, my phone lit up with a notification. I glanced down at the message. On a Lindsay Halligan here, it began. So began my text exchange with the woman who is prosecuting the president's perceived political enemies. So this is the interim U.S. attorney who is on behalf of Trump suing a bunch of his political enemies. All right. And let's check this real quick. At 4:10 p.m., she texted me, by the way, everything I ever sent you is off record. You're not a journalist, so it's weird saying that, but just letting you know. I responded, sorry, but that's not how this works. You don't get to say that in retrospect. Halligan was unpersuaded. Yes, I do, off record. I'm really sorry. I would have been happy to speak with you on an off-the-record basis had you asked, but you didn't ask, and I still haven't agreed to speak on that basis. Do you have any further comment to the story? To my surprise, she kept going. It's obvious the whole convo is off record. There's disappearing messages, and it's on Signal. What is your story? You never told me about a story. I didn't respond. Oh, man. Awesome shit. Also, you're not a journalist, so... Good stuff. Thus ends Freax.